Hi there, this is Amanda with Our Crafty Playdate, and I just have a super quick tip for you today. I am making things to put on my new catalogs. These are little mini markers that I'm making to put on the new catalogs to send out to people so that they can mark little pages that they like with the new ink colors so they can see how they work. And while I was doing it, I was taking my new ink pads. This isn't one of them, but I've already done most of these, so I'll show you. It involves walking to another part of my craft room. Okay, anyway, I was doing it with these. I've done most of these except for the yellow, and I didn't think you could, well, maybe you can see it in the video. But I thought I'd go ahead and do mint macaron because it's one of our returning favorites. So these are all the new in colors here. But this is one of our old favorites that's returning, but it's in the new stamp pad style. And I have just a couple of quick tips for this new ink pad style. So I wanted to share what I've learned. You can see trial and error. You can see a lot of ink on my hands right now. That is because I was doing this morning. So, all right. The way these open, you know, the old cases, let me just grab one of my, this is chocolate chip. This is retiring. This is one of the old cases. So you can see the difference in the cases. The new one is slimmer, and it is also a tiny touch wider. Doesn't really look a whole lot like it here, but it feels a little bit wider. It doesn't have this lip, so it fits differently in your color caddy if you have one. So stay tuned on that. Hopefully they'll come up with something fabulous. But in the meantime, they do stack where the other ones didn't really stack because they have these little knobs and divots. And so the knobs and divots marry up and they stack really well. They have tags, but one of my very, very favorite features of these new ones, oh, the old one, I was showing you. The old one, we learned from Bonnie Farley that you treat it like a man. I'm sorry, this sounds so horrible, but it's so funny. It always gets a chuckle out of some of my class attendees. You push them away, then you flip them around, then you slide them back and lock them into place. Men stampers out there, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm sure you do that to women too. But we are, so this is the way the old ones opened, and it could be kind of confusing to people. Another way people have opened these is these three dots here. They just push, and it pops open, and then they're supposed to be able to slide it and lock it into place. This is always confusing for a new class attendee. These new ones are not going to be so crazy. You don't have to do the whole push it away from you thing. It just opens. It just lifts up. A couple of things to note. When you close it, this is not closed. You really have to hear that super satisfying click. Ready? Okay, if you don't hear that click and it's not super flush here, it is cracked open, and you want to make sure that you get that ultimate, see, even that, not closed, done. You want to make sure that you get the ultimate click and flush fit so that it stays tighter. It actually fits snugger than the old ones, so probably your ink pads will not dry out quite as quickly, which is always fabulous also. All right, so with the new ones, it comes with the stickers on the bottom like the old ones did, right? And it has the different languages in it, which they're always fun, and it's a good lesson for your kids. But it's not going to help me in my crafting. So a lot of people have been using their piercer to lift these little stickers off. I want to show you why it's so perfect to use your scissors. So your name, the name of the color, goes on the front right here under this little lip here. So you're going to just peel it off, and you just stick it under the corner here and lift. Okay, and it comes right off. And I just kind of stick it on my scissors like that. And I hold it, I secure it with my thumb. Now, I'm just going to kind of drag it to where I want it. I just drag it slowly until it's about where I want it. That's okay. It's not, oh, and then it's not centered. Usually this is really fast, guys, but you know, the beauty of video. Okay. All right. Well, that's really far over. I probably will move that later so that I have it a little more centered, but you can see how, I'm not going to do it later. Let's be honest. I'm going to do it right now. I won't be able to stand it otherwise. All right. So how about right there? Better? Okay, good. Yeah. All right. So that's my name. My name is now on it, but this is the best part of these new ink pads. They left this little track area right here. I just put my finger in it again. They left this little track area right here. Look at this, guys. They actually have a blank without a name in a foreign language. They actually have a blank strip that is that color right here that you put right in here. And again, I drag it to where I want it to go. It makes more sense in this one because you want it to kind of pop into that little track. Took me all of 5 seconds to do it earlier. Okay, you just put it in that track, and then look, this is why your scissors work so well. This is the perfect size to just slide. You would just put them in there and slide it back and forth, and it burnishes it down for you because I'm super lazy. All right, so there you go. That is how these work. And now to undo it, same thing. You just slide it, flip it, lock. Make sure that it does the click. Okay, so lift. You still do the slide and lock. You can also still do the squeeze, squeeze. You know how we used to do this? We would do squeeze, 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 and then open, and then it gives you a little palette. You can still do that. Do you see a little bit of foam on? I don't know if you can see from that angle, but this ink gets sometimes a little foam in it when you re-ink. They've added a defoaming to the re-inker. How's that for lots of predicates? So you just, it won't be quite as foamy. So that's awesome. It'll give you probably a better image. So when you go to put all your little things on, you'll remember just to use your scissors and slide it in that track. The new colors will be available in the upcoming catalog, which actually starts on June 1st. And I'm allowed to show you the cover. This is one of the things that I do. I go to Staples and I have them cut the binding off, and then they can put it in this thing, and I'd show you inside, but I can't. But it just is then on a binder like this, and it makes it so much easier for me to abuse it all year long. All right, so there you go. That catalog starts on June 1st, and you'll be able to get all these colors then, as well as all the other colors if you want to change over all your pads at once. But until then, you can start with these. Also, if you are interested in becoming a demonstrator, starting tomorrow, May 2nd, you will be able to get these colors, not this color, these colors in your brand new starter kit. So be sure that you think long and hard, because it's a pretty good bargain right now, and you can be first on your block. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will talk to you very soon. Have a great day.